everything that's going on in the world, it's a lot of selfishness. It's a lot of me. And I am just fucking fed up with this shit. There's a coffee shop here in Canada. I went in there with my mom, and I had a Starbucks coffee in my hand. We were not even planning to stay there. The person saw that I was holding my Starbucks fucking drink and said, "Sir, you're gonna have to step outside. We do not have that in here." It's not like I'm walking around to everybody being like, "Hey, you know that you don't want this garbage. You want to go over to the Starbucks." If I was doing that, yeah, totally. Fucking kick my ass out. I would kick myself. There is just some really dumb people, and oh my golly fucking goodness, it feels so good to just say that. Boom. We are here. We are live. We're live? I don't know. It just feels good to say that, you know? We're not live. Pre-recorded. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, you know it. How it is. Welcome back. I'm Jord. I should say the episode title. Episode title? I don't know. Welcome back to Off the Record. I'm your host, Jordan Rance. You can call me Jord though if you like. A lot of my friends call me Jord, and I like when people call me Jord because it's like a fun nickname, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just rolling with the punches right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cut at all. Because I just need to train myself to just talk, bruh. Just talk. You know, it's actually so funny. I was actually earlier today listening to like just bits and pieces to the first ever episode of Off the Record with Jordan Rance. And even from then to now, like it hasn't been a huge amount of time, but we've come a bit of ways. Improvements have been made here, ladies and gentlemen. So cool. So cool. I am proud to announce, well, I mean, you know this because it says it right in the title. And if you've been staying up to date with all the episodes, well, you also know it for that reason. But today's episode is episode number 10. What? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my damn. I'm going ham. Shout out to the real ones who know what that one is all about. Yeah, it's episode 10. Still got a long way to go, you know, but it's just, I think I want to just take a quick moment to be just very thankful and appreciative and show some gratitude in myself for staying on top of this shit. You know, I mean, yes, today is a solo episode, but I promise you it is a good one. It is a good one. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. It's literally just going to be me fucking ranting about like everything that I think is just fucked. It's pretty relatable. It's good. It's good. Yeah, you know, we got inconsiderate fucking people. Just absolute fuck faces. You know what I'm saying? We got, I'll say it. Fuck it. Interesting roommate story that we'll get into. One that quite literally scarred me. But I'll keep you on your toes for that one. You know, I think that today is, not today. It's everything that's going on in the world. It's a lot of selfishness. It's a lot of me. It's a lot of inconsideration, and I am just fucking fed up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I rest my case there for a moment because I was just saying I'm just going to take a moment to express some gratitude for myself because, yeah, I've been going strong for now 10 weeks, which is about 2.5 months. You ever think about that? Actually, side note, You know me, tangent time. You ever think about that? That like 10 weeks is 2.5 months. But when you say it in week form, 10 weeks, well, that doesn't seem like that long of time. But then you look at it and being like, holy shit, 2.5 months has passed by. What the actual freaking fuck? What did I say the other day? I was like, what did I say? I said some fucking funny shit, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start saying that now. I said like, what the fucking hell or something like that. I don't know. Some crazy shit. I don't know. I was playing fucking Call of Duty, and I said it, and I was like, hell yeah, that's good. That's good. That was funny. You ever say that? Or not, it's just not that, obviously, but like, say just anything, and you're like, that is part of my identity now. That's just the way it is gonna go from now on. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, enough is enough. Let's just get right fucking in it. And you know what? This first segment of the day is brought to you by something that happened recently. Well, right now, as it stands, in this current moment that I'm recording this episode, and just day-to-day, my current day-to-day life, I currently work in the service industry, just to pay the bills. You know what I mean? Like, just doing that while I am on my way to greatness in the acting, producing, directing, maybe singing, songwriting world. Is that fair to say? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, it's like anyone, this is the grind. We're here, we're living it, and as much as I would love to be, I don't know, living in fucking LA and not worrying about nothing, right? I'm very thankful for the process, because I know that when that happens, you know what I'm saying? And I say when because, yes, it's 100% certain in my mind, right? And I've said that before. Go listen to episode 6. I talk a whole bunch of stuff about positive mindsets and, everything that's good and life lessons, all that shit. So if you're into that, check out episode 6. However, for right now, I say when because it's not if, And actually, that's a very good point, Jordan. Jordan's brain is just firing off ideas as I'm speaking. It's like ideas translating down to thoughts, and then those thoughts get spoken out into this wonderful microphone. Shout out to Rode. Not sponsored, by the way, but you probably should. You probably should, Rode, because I am a fucking legend. My name's Jordan Rance. I am a 23-year-old Canadian actor, podcast host, producer, director, singer, songwriter. I mean, I don't really be doing the singing and the songwriting that often, but you know what? I do love to sing. And writing songs is a good one. Whenever you can find a good idea for something, whatever genre that is, hell yeah. It feels good, It just feels like, for me at least, it feels good to create stuff. I'm a very creative person. However, it's funny to say that, like, so I'm creative, but in the sense of that I really need to, like, my creative process is like really thinking and well, quite literally creating whatever it is I want to do. And what I mean by that, obviously, is like, how do I word that? How do I put it into words? Improv? Not my thing. I definitely want to get better at it, right? Just even in general, just, thinking on my feet more often. And that's sort of, the challenge that I am doing with this podcast is literally, I'm just not stopping talking. Whatever comes in my fucking brain, as long as it's not fucked up shit, because my close friends know that, hey, we all have a little bit of a dark humor in there. Doesn't mean we're bad people, but you know what? Dark humor exists. I'll leave it at that. Obviously, I'm not trying to cancel myself. I will also say, fuck cancel culture. Listen, if you're a shitty person, then yeah, fuck you. But like, if you're a good person and you just make a fucking mistake, well, then, yeah, maybe you deserve a little bit of, fucking people, I don't know, saying shit to you. But like, let's move on at some point. If that's like a 1 in a fucking million thing that has happened, right? There's another tangent. I have no sort of specific example backing, why I wanted to say that. I just thinking, right? Shout out to the siren that's going on. I don't know if you could hear that in the recording, but I kind of heard it in the headphones, so I would assume that you heard it on the recording. I don't know. If you didn't, well, then trust me, there was. And if you did, yeah, let me just say that I get that emergencies happen, but wow, I am just firing shit off right now. Holy fuck. No, I was just going to say, I get emergencies happen, and obviously, there's nothing I can do about it, but hearing all these damn sirens all the time, because it happens fucking always, right? If my friends are fucking watching or listening to this, anytime I'm in like a Discord call with them or something like that, bro, you can hear fucking sirens all the motherfucking time, bro. Like, oh my God, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy fuck. Anyways, what was I talking about? Man, tangents are crazy. It's just like I'm just going in like fucking left, right, up, down, center, all these different fucking directions. I forget where the sort of main flow, the main topic of what we're talking about is going on. Good thing I have some show notes, because if I didn't, wow, this would just be an absolute fucking jumbly fucking mess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the other day, we work in a food service industry, just for personal reasons. I mean, I won't say what company. It'll probably become public through or down the line, but as for right now, it's just a food service industry, and there is just some really fucking dumb people. There's just some dumb fucking people, and oh my golly fucking goodness, it feels so good to just take a moment and just say that, right? And listen, if anyone knows me, you know that I try to be as positive as fucking possible. I'm always with, uplifting thoughts, positive thinking, manifestation, law of attraction, all that shit, right? I love it. That is me. That is who I am. However, at the same fucking time, I am a firm and total believer in treating people how they treat me or they treat others. Example. If perhaps someone is treating a, let's say, cashier like shit just because maybe they're having a bad day, you are such a, oh my God, bro, you are such a fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that fucking cashier didn't do nothing to you. So why the fuck are you taking that anger out on them, right? Getting into what I'm really talking about, there's a coffee shop here in Canada. I don't know if it's all over Canada or where it is, but it's called something like that. I've only gone there a few times. But I remember a couple years ago, one time, I went in there with my mom because she likes getting coffee from there. And I had a Starbucks coffee in my hand. We were not even planning to stay there. My mom was just ordering her coffee. We were going to go somewhere. The person working at saw that I was holding my Starbucks fucking drink and said, "Sir, you're going to have to step outside." We do not have that in here. Listen, I'm not trying to fucking promote Starbucks. It's not like I'm walking around to everybody in or whatever being like, hey, you know that you don't want this garbage. You want to go over to the Starbucks. If I was doing that, yeah, totally. Fucking kick my ass out. I would kick myself out. How do I do that? I don't know. Whatever. You know, but I was just standing there waiting for my mom to order her coffee. And then we were out. We were going to dip. We were outie. Let's talk a bit about customers. Listen, for some fucking reason, people just act like fucking children. Like, it is just appalling. Some of these people. First off, all I do, right, if I haven't seen someone actually order something, because, I mean, look, I know I don't make the rules, but I kind of got to enforce the rules because, like, otherwise, my ass is getting fucking warned. My ass is getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So that's the rules. I didn't fucking create them. There's no public restrooms. You have to buy something if you want to use the bathroom. If you need to take a poopy dookie shit or a piss, get yourself a latte. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all I ask is, hey, look, bathrooms are for customers only. Are you going to buy something? And I swear, that is like, it's got to be like the most fucking absurd, offensive thing that these people have heard. Because the average response I get from that question, are you going to buy something, is, I already bought something. I'm out there. I'm out there. My friend does something. This is ridiculous. Or, this is the other one. Are you ready for this? This is a good one. So, like, I'm not going to buy anything today, but, like, I'm always buying stuff at Starbucks. Like, I have spent, like, $20,000 on Starbucks, and, like, I just don't want to buy anything today. So, like, can I just use the bathroom? That's an actual fucking thing that happened. Like, an actual white bitch was fucking looking me dead in the eyes and being like, I've spent $20,000 at Starbucks. Can I just use the bathroom? And I'm like, well, you're going to have to spend at least $20,001. Did I say that? I don't know. I mean, I meant to say you're going to have to add $1 more to that 20,000 total because, lady, that's just the rules. Deal with it. Get over it. You know, and the same thing for the free waters, right? I tell people, you gotta fucking buy something. Listen, it's the same shit as the bathroom. It is the rules. I did not make them. That's just the rules, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The normal response to that would to either be A, no problem, I'll buy something, or B, oh, that sucks. That's fine. I'll go somewhere else. Respectfully, I'll go somewhere else. That's fair. That's fair. Right? Because honestly, I'd probably go somewhere else too. That's ridiculous. We'll leave it there. But, and C would be, I totally forgot because I fucking explained point B, but point C, let's see what that would be. Well, we said, yes to buying, no, respectfully not buying, or I don't know what else. I had a third one. I'm trying to retrace my fucking memory, but I guess it just is gone. That happens a lot. I wish it wouldn't happen so much, but it does. Anyways, I mean, you know, just people are just absolutely just, I don't even have words. I don't even have words. We had this old guy, and old as in like, I don't know. I mean, in his 60s, but like, you can tell he was just a cranky fucking loner. So like, there are some people in their 60s who are thriving. Episode 4, Ron Posabon. Great guy. He's in his 60s. He is living it. But listen, this other guy that comes into the Starbucks the other day, right? Or this was probably a couple weeks ago at this point. asks for a water, right? And then we say, hey, look, you got to buy something with it now. What does this dude say? He goes, can I get a water? Mind you, this is literally after we had just said, you have to buy something. So then it just absolutely blows up into this thing, about how this is ridiculous and you're going to lose me as a customer. Oh, I love when people say that. I absolutely love when people say, oh, well, I guess I'll never come back here then. What do you expect me to say to that? Do you expect me to fucking run after you and drop to my knees and beg for your business? I don't give a fuck if you don't come back. I'd rather you not. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you think that's the power move? You think that's the power play right now? Like, bye later. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just crazy. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You think you're fucking King Charles, bruh? I don't give a fuck if you come back. Fuck out of here, stupid ass motherfucker. God damn. I just think that, like, I don't know. People just are rude. They're inconsiderate. Oh, inconsideration. That's a big one. The amount of fucking times that I will see people just leave their fucking garbage all over the table as if, like, that's my job, I guess. Yeah, it is part of my job description. I am the janitor, I guess, to these people. Look, I'm not asking you to fucking wipe down the table. But if you got fucking napkins and empty cups and shit all over, like, bro, just throw it out in the garbage. Is it really that fucking hard? Right? Like, if you have mugs, like actual plates and like glassware, bro, I'm not asking you to come to the back room and fucking wash the dishes. I'm asking you to bring your fucking shit to me so that I can go and wash the dishes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fucking shit? Absolutely unreal. Oh my goodness. And like, shoplifting? I swear, it's like if people are mad, some people like try to prove a point by taking something. And I'm like, you do realize that's a crime, right? One time I'm just praying, absolutely praying that we get some actual just crazy fucking lunatic. This hasn't happened yet, I don't think. But I'm praying that we get some, and then like the police or like security, preferably police, because respectfully, security don't be doing that much these days, at least in Canada. But I just hope that it's like they're just some fucking crazy person, and then like the police fucking like escort their asses out of there. Or, I'm not even necessarily saying like arresting them, right? Because yeah, maybe they're just having a bad day and they're just dealing with it in all the wrong ways. That's not great, but it's okay. We can move on. For example, right? Another customer. Like at Starbucks, we are like, they're very big on the whole, I don't know, like getting to know the customers and everything, which I think, it's fine, I guess. Some people, it just really bites you in the ass sometimes. Like there's this, what I thought, and I mean, nowadays, still the same shit. Nicer older lady, right? I don't think she's completely sound of mind, right? I think she might need some help. But she's just pretty odd in most times. And I guess, I don't know, just one day, she might have been having a bad day or something like that. I don't know. Because for the most part, she's pretty nice. But this one day, she must have been having a bad day, and she, I'd put all of her, like, drinks in her, like, whatever fucking, I don't know, bakery shit she got, right? I put it all in a nice bag for her, right? So that all she had to do was take the bag, bring it to wherever the fuck she was going. But apparently, That was a terrible idea. Bad idea, Jordan. Why would you do such a stupid thing, Jordan? Like, it was just the worst. Like, it was just like, she was like, oh my God. This is how she talks. She has like a British accent. She goes like I'd ask like, oh, is this good? And then she goes like, no, it is not good at all. I don't remember if that's exactly what she said, but she just made a big fucking deal about it. And I was just like, all right, bitch. Are we serious right now? Like, I just tried to do a nice fucking thing for you. Go a little bit above and beyond. And that's how I'm going to be treated? Fuck you. But like I said, since then we've moved on because like any other time she's come in after that, she's been her normal self where, you know, still a little odd, but for the most part, pretty nice. Yeah. You know, people are just, we're all going through shit. I get it. Not every day is going to be perfect. We're going to make mistakes. And, you know, I'm the exact same. Like I fall into that sort of not being perfectness, right? Like there's been plenty of times where I deal with situations wrong. I say dumb shit. I do dumb shit, right? Another example, episode 6, I talk about a lot of personal shit. I made a very, 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 very dumb mistake when I was 18, and that could have got me in jail. Well, you know, thankfully, I learned from it and we moved on. But, yeah, you know, I think going back to it, though, for the most part, like for people that are genuinely just fucking assholes, I think there's just a weird sense of entitlement. Like, you can really tell when someone has not worked in the service industry, right? Because they think they are just absolutely above and beyond you. Like, they're here, you are like down here to them. So that's also why I'm as much as I am a successful actor, right, for the rest of my life, for the time, the grind time we call it, right, where, you know, I'm working all these jobs just to pay the bills, right, and work on myself, right. I'm pretty thankful for it because it's really, it's helped me learn a lot about myself. It's helped me learn a lot about people, right? You know, I was thinking about this the other day. It's just in terms of just talking to people, right? In whatever capacity that is, right? That's talking to someone on the podcast, whether that's just talking to someone at work or just on the street, right? The more you do it, the easier it gets. Well, like anything. Right? That's the same shit for anything. But you know, when I was like 17 or however old I was, I vividly remember this one thing where my mom we were driving somewhere and I quickly stopped into the bank that I had an account with. And for whatever reason, I needed to speak to a teller. And I remember she made me go in by myself. She waited out in the car. I went in by myself. And I had this weird sort of thing where, like, it's like I forgot to exhale. Right? And if you've been there, you know what I mean. Like, I was talking and I kept breathing in, but I wasn't breathing out. So then I just had to take a deep breath, like a fucking that kind of thing. I had this weird sort of, I don't know, idea before that, say if I was talking to someone and I like stopped talking for even like a second or two, that they would just be like uninterested and like fucking walk away or something. I don't even really know what my thought process was there, but, you know, I mean, that's kind of what I thought, I guess. I don't know. I mean, now I've kind of really understood like the beauty in like taking pauses. There you go. That kind of thing, right? You know, and I'm sure that none of you listening for those fucking like 2 or 3 seconds that I wasn't talking, like if you clicked off, well, fuck you. I'm just kidding. But I'm sure that didn't happen, right? And for some reason, that's just, that's where I was. But anyways, that story, right? I went into the bank teller and I was talking, and yeah, I was just, it's like I just didn't know how to breathe out. I was just taking in all this oxygen, and then until eventually at one point I had to just take a fucking moment and literally just like, I've come a long way. I went from that point of like literally not even knowing how to talk to someone, and that's kind of how it was in all of high school. Unfortunately, pretty shitty to think about, but say la vie, right? That's life. We all learn, we all work to improve ourselves, all that fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's cool to look back on it, look back at the progress that you make, right? And I hope that you yourself, yes, you, I'm talking to you. Yeah. I hope that you take some time to reflect on your life. Now, I don't mean to sound all weird and sentimental, even though actually I do mean to sound weird and sentimental. Just be proud of yourself, bro. Like, you are killing it. If you are trying to do good, you're a fucking champion. You're a legend. You are a legend. An absolute W. Hell to the yes. If you're trying to be good, trying to do good, you are a good person. And I firmly and totally strongly believe in this saying that good things happen to good people. That could be, it could take a while for those good things to show up. But I do believe that at some point they will happen, right? Sort of along the same lines of that is that I believe in karma, both good and bad. Right, because good karma exists, bad karma exists. Obviously, generally speaking, you think of karma and you think, oh, it's this bad thing. And for the most part, I think it more or less is. Well, I mean, like I said, that's just like what people tend to think about more. But a good karma exists too. Holy fuck! I don't know if that microphone just picked up that, but my glasses scratched on the microphone here. Anyways, you do something good. Good things tend to attract into your life. You shouldn't do good things just in an expectation to receive good, right? Because then if you expect it, then it's almost like it's not really deserved, right? Because then it's like, did you really do that just to be a good person, or did you do that because you wanted something good to happen? You know what I'm saying? You got to just do it just to do good, Perfect example. I mean, I made a TikTok video about this. If you're not following me on TikTok, what the fuck are you doing? It's at Rance. I have a TikTok for Off the Record, but listen, I'm just, it's fucking hard to be posting on all these different social medias. Eventually, I'm gonna get some help with the show, like get someone like a producer of some sorts, to help me with the behind the scenes stuff. But right now, it's a solo ship. We're here. This is me. This is the team right here. That's it. Obviously, my good friend Riley, my best friend Riley, I should say, super supportive of the whole show, which I absolutely fucking appreciate him for that. He's always on my ass about, making sure to, I don't know, do the pod, and he's just keeping me on track with it, which I appreciate, because there was a little bit where I was actually contemplating being like, should I just not record a podcast episode this week because I didn't have a guest lined up for this week, and I don't always love the idea of doing a solo episode, but I mean, I don't know. Let's see. We are at 45 minutes already. That's just me just fucking yapping for 45 minutes. What the actual frickin' frick? Well, not technically 45 minutes. I think it was like 43. But you know what? We round up. Anyways, like I was saying, back to what I was saying about doing good and like good things tend to happen. Only if you just do it to do good without the expectation really of anything happening. On my way from work today, I saw a bunch of kids selling lemonade, right? And I think they had said it was for a charity. Like, it wasn't even just for, like, them to just make money, which that's not a bad thing either, because at least they're doing something, right? They're trying to earn that money. I get it, right? I never tried that myself, but it's a good idea, right? It's much better than, just that skibbity toilet bullshit that these kids be talking about. Oh my God. Gen Alpha, like, I thought Gen Z was bad. I don't think Gen Z is the greatest, but listen, it only is getting worse. Gen Alpha, what the fuck, bro? What the actual fuck? Like, you got these motherfucking kids being like, not even speaking English, bro. Now, obviously, I mean, like, they are speaking English. They are just speaking, like, the most broken, weird shit. Like I was saying, skibbity toilet. What the fuck is that? Why are we saying that? Right? I mean, there are some things that I say. All this aura stuff. We got the aura, right? You do good things. 1,000 aura. So many tangents I'm going on here. And you know what? I still remember what I was going to talk about. So W. Jord. For that one, I didn't lose my train of thought. Before I do, though, yes, like I said, made a TikTok about this. So if you want, go watch that. But I'll say it here. Saw these kids selling lemonade for charity, I believe. They were selling it for $1.25 per cup. Now, listen, I didn't want any lemonade. I just wasn't feeling it. However, I'm not going to be a fucking asshole and just walk past them. At first, I wasn't going to get any because I was like, shit, I don't have any cash on me. I rarely carry cash on me, right? I mean, I'd be surprised if someone does. You know what I'm saying? Not a ton of people do. But then these kids, they're smart. They are smart. Because they realize that a lot of people don't carry cash on them. Because as soon as I said, I don't have any cash on me, they said, oh, we can take e-transfer. For my American peoples listening, e-transfer is like the same type of shit as like Venmo or whatever the fucking other thing is. I can't think of the other thing. But that kind of thing, right? It's like it's just sending money. But we can do it through our banks. So immediately I'm like, all right, respect. And I just have this sort of impulse of just, I don't know, being generous, I guess, and wanting to just do a good deed, like I was saying, right? So, I mean, obviously I wasn't going to just transfer him $1.25. That just seemed like weird, right? So I ended up transferring him $10. Right, and I had said this in the TikTok video I made it. I know that $10 isn't a ton of money. However, that is $10 more than they had fucking 30 seconds before I showed up there. You know? It's better than nothing, right? And especially for the fact that I didn't even take any lemonade. I just gave them that money, right? Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, honestly, bro, like, half the shit I be buying on a day-to-day basis is more than $10 anyways, right? That's not a flex. That's just like hashtag crumbling economy. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's expensive. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. $10 is, I don't need that, right? I'd rather see it go to a good cause, right? But again, right? I didn't do that with the expectation of like something good happening to me, right? I don't know, did it just because I wanted to, help them or whatever, right? Wow, I've really taken a turn for this, right? A few seconds ago I was talking about, shitty, rude, inconsiderate fucking losers. Now I'm talking about doing good shit. I don't know. I think just tying it all together, first off, I mean, I do want to say that, like, I don't think that everyone is shitty, and I don't think the world is shit. There are a lot of amazing people. And good people that do good things, right? You know, and I'd like to think that I'm one of those good people that do good things. Not trying to be egotistical, but I do think that, right? I try to do good. I try to be good, and I hope if you are watching, what the fuck is watching? New word alert. Watching or listening. I hope that you listen to the words that I'm saying, and just do a good deed, bro. Just, it doesn't have to be donating money, right? It could be, holding the door open for someone. This is all what I was saying in that TikTok video. It could be holding the door open for someone. It could be, I don't know, whatever it is, right? Just something good, because we all need this world needs a bit more good in it, right? And I just fear that, like, the more that this rude, inconsiderate, selfish, like, me stuff continues, the more that it continues, I fear that that's just the way that the world is going to be completely in the future. And, especially like I was saying with this Gen Alpha stuff, these kids are literally dumb, and what does that say, right? What does that say for when I have kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you one thing for damn sure, future son or daughter, talking right to you, your dad, if you do stupid shit, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna hear about it. I don't know. Point is that I'm not raising no dumb fuck. Right? Now I sound very, like, I don't know, old-fashioned by saying that. I get that. But listen, what works. I'm not saying I was beat as a kid, but I got some stern fucking spankings when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And that taught me some good discipline. Now, I'm not saying beat your kids. That's fucked up if you're going to do that. But, if they're bad, give them a little spank on the bum. Let them learn, and I don't know. I think that we all just need to do better. So that's what I was saying, is just try to do good. Try to do good. Hold the door open. If you have the funds, right, help people, right? Now, helping, these homeless druggies, being very honest, right? This is how we rolling off the record, being very honest. I typically don't tend to give money to, like, people that are, like, gross and disgusting. Not trying to be insensitive, but listen, if you are just going to use that money to get yourself more drugs, that's not what I'm giving you the money for, right? And unfortunately, this is one of those situations where, one person ruins it kind of for everybody. However, I still will try and help you, right? There's been plenty of times where I've been on my way to work. I stop into McDonald's. I want some McDonald's breakfast, right? As I'm waiting for my food, someone comes up to me, asks me if I have some money for food, right? Now, again, I won't give them the money. However, I will order something for them. I'll get them a breakfast sandwich and a coffee, for example, right? That kind of thing. If you have the money for it, help people in need, right? And to those kids that are selling that lemonade, if you want to give out a few lemonades for free, just because I had paid for essentially like almost 10 lemonades, that could be some sort of way that they pay it forward, right? That's a big thing also, paying it forward. If, someone does something good to you, try and do something good for someone else. Yes? Sound good? Wow, what a wholesome turn that this episode took. It started off a bit ranty. I guess, I don't know, to keep that rant theme going on, I should probably talk about the meat and the potatoes of today's episode. We're at about an hour or so, well, almost in. And, it feels a bit strange to sort of be talking about this after saying all this positive shit that I was just talking about. However, like I said, this is, this is like a venting, ranting type episode. And, some things just need to be said. Listen. If you are at the age of moving out of your parents, right? Maybe you're trying to find your own place. And if you have to move in with roommates, please listen to me when I say this. Ignore any other distractions. Listen to me right here. Me and you time right now. Those roommates that you move into with, know them. Know them. Do not move in with random people, because you know what? It has bitten me in the ass fucking time and time again. Look, right now, or like throughout school even, right, living with this company that basically it's like for like students or like low income people. I'm not gonna lie, right? The struggle is real out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's this company where like they pair you with like random people, right? And you just essentially become roommates, right? It's a normal apartment, right? But you're roommates, right? And as a result of that, you pay rent or you pay less in rent because you're just splitting it, right? Same deal as like just finding a roommate, but I guess for the people that, I don't know, if you can't find a roommate or whatever the situation is, that's what these people are here for. The company is fucking garbage. Now, just to avoid any possible lawsuits or anything like that, I don't know if it would go that far. I'm not going to say the company name, but I am thinking of the company, and maybe my close friends or obviously my family knows what this company is. They are just absolute fucking just disgusting, and I don't mean disgusting in a gross way. I mean like just useless people. And I can say that because they truly are. Now, I've had complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint about a whole plethora of things. That's a new word. I haven't said that in a while. Plethora. And they just don't seem to do anything about my concerns, which is just, it's very displeasing. Very displeasing. And, well, one of the sort of recent things is, so this happened about, 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point. Waking up for work. This is about 5 something in the morning, right? I go to take a shower. And what fucking happens? Well, let me tell you. Thankfully, I had my shower shoes on. But I walk into the bathroom and I slip on something. Now, immediately I'm thinking like, whoa, like, was it like water or something like that? I mean, obviously I didn't have that much time to process it because I looked down right away. But like that split second where I was like, what the fuck was that? I just assumed that it was water. No. I looked down and it was throw up. It was puke. Yeah. My assumption is that one of the roommates, which I know who it was, they had gotten really drunk because I saw a empty bottle of whiskey on the kitchen counter that I saw the night before that was full, and that morning it was empty. Yeah, I think that they just got pissed and drunk, threw up, and instead of cleaning it or putting something, even, look, I get it, you're probably fucking pissed and drunk. Been there. Not gonna lie. Been there. Right? I think we all have at some point or another. Well, not all of us, but anyways, a lot of us. You get what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that you just fucking leave it. Right? Put a towel over it. Put something so that people don't just step in it, because even if you put a towel over it, right, then if I were to step on the towel, it still would have been gross, but at least there was some sort of attempt made. You know what I'm saying? But there was just nothing. And the worst part of it all, you ready for this? The worst part is that not only did he take forever to clean it, right? He didn't clean that shit up until like the fucking evening. So it was there all day. It wasn't until like 5 p.m. that he starts cleaning it, right? I have a hard time even saying this. He wasn't even sorry. I didn't hear a sorry goddamn once. And even now, anytime I see him, if I'm like going to the store or going to work and I see him in the kitchen or something like that, it's as if nothing happened. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? Right? And like I said, that's the worst part, is the fact that there's no accountability. My God, if I did that, I would have been like so embarrassed. I would have been like, dude, I am sorry. That was such a fucking stupid thing I did. All right? We're human. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. I get it. But the least you could have done, the least, is been like, sorry, that was stupid. I won't do it again. Only if that's true. Don't make empty promises. But you know what I'm saying? There is no sorry. And I haven't told this roommate about my podcast at all. But if this roommate, if you are listening, watching, or whatever it is, dude, do better. Do fucking better. Because that is fucking ridiculous. That is disgusting. And you should be fucking ashamed of yourself for doing that. I'm speaking so for real right now. So fucking for real. Because imagine if I did that. Right? And you know what? I'm speaking right to the fucking company, too, that I rent through. Right? That shall not be named for legal purposes. Right? Because I made a complaint to them. And what did they do? Goddamn nothing. Right? So I will reiterate the same thing that I messaged to them. Imagine if that was me. Imagine if I was the one that got pissed and drunk, I threw up on the floor, and I just left it. How disgusting. How pathetic. How dumb. How stupid. How selfish. How inconsiderate. Do better. Do better. Okay? On that note, that's all I got for today. I'm going to end it off here. This was a fun episode. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for listening, watching, viewing, all that fun stuff if you happen to. And if you're not already, be sure to follow the show on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube at Off the Record with Jordan Rance. If perhaps you are watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, feel free to leave a comment on the episode letting me know of maybe some of your own sort of things that I was talking about. Maybe your own experiences with dealing with rude or inconsiderate people, or, whatever it may be. Feel free to share if you are wanting to. But like I said, that's all I got for today. Be sure to check out new episodes every single Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm out of here for now. Once again, I'm Jordan Rance, and I'll see you next week. Bye.